Hello, friends and family. I'm sure you are all just dying to know what I did on my very first weekend alone. No school trips planned, a nice 3-day weekend to go travel. And I went, drumroll please, here. I stayed here. Stayed in Austria on campus. As you may have heard me mention before, I'm sticking to a very strict budget, or I'm trying to, so that way I'm not completely, utterly broke and or in debt when I leave Europe. So I could not afford to actually go anywhere this weekend. Yeah, that it was kind of a bummer because all my friends went to Budapest in Hungary, which is the capital. So that was cool. Also, where Katy Perry filmed her music video for Fireworks. So a little sad I missed out on that. However, I had a really good weekend. On Friday, well, actually, throughout the whole weekend, all the families, the professors, the people, faculty and staff that live in Gaming, big Catholic families. So I actually got to spend lots of time with the children of Gaming, and it was really just such a blessing. So on Friday, we went to the Husevich family house, and I got to spend time with their children, and they were all very sweet, and their mother, Babette, was just saying, whenever you want to, if you're ever alone on a weekend, come over, you can stay with us, and that was really nice. So we did that for a little while. Then Katie Hess, the RD, residence director, for those of you not knowing what RD means, took us to Scheibs, which is about 15 minutes away from Gaming. It's just the next town over, but it has more shops and things like that. So me and some friends went grocery shopping. We got really a strange assortment of things. My friend Craig got like wine, pudding, pasta, just like a weird, whatever. We're college kids. We get weird, eclectic groups of things when we shop. And I got a notebook, a coffee mug, pudding as well, Coke. I got like 2 liters of Coke for 30 cents. Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh. Which I haven't even drank yet. It's still like in the fridge downstairs. I didn't even write my name on it, so chances are it's probably gone drank by someone else. Anyways, so we did that, and that was fun. And then I got to Skype. I get to Skype family members. I got to Skype Justin. That was really nice. I really miss him. So it was kind of laid back. I did some homework. I did a lot of homework actually. So that was good. I kind of got ahead in a lot of my classes, so I'm not as stressed out. And yeah, but unfortunately, the very first night I was here alone, my roommates were gone because my one roommate went to Rome, and my other roommate was in Budapest. And it was really windy. Like, some of the shutters on windows broke off in the night, and we had all this snow on the roof, as you hear me talk about roof avalanches all the time. Literally, the snow was blowing off these sheets of ice off the roof, and I'm on the very top so I could hear it, and I was terrified. Prayed 6 rosaries, hoping I would eventually fall asleep while praying one. No, not at all. I did not sleep. I maybe slept an hour, and it was not even like a solid hour. It was like a tossing, turning, my rosary is like tangled in my hand as I'm trying to sleep, and I slept with all the lights on because I was so terrified. Yeah, oh my gosh. But the next night I slept solid like a rock, probably because we went hiking. We went hiking on what's called Book Mountain, and you're probably like, what does that mean? Is book German for something? No. Book Mountain is probably 2 hours up and 2 hours down, depending, on average. There's a couple ways you can get up. We took the short way up and the long way down. The good thing about the short way is that it's short, but it's a lot harder, it's a lot steeper, and the peak that it happens to be on is kind of more snowy. However, if you're on the other side of the peak, it's kind of these switchbacks. It's a lot easier, but it does take a lot longer. So we did that, and that was fine. It was really fun. As you can see, I took some beautiful pictures. And at the top of Book Mountain, there is a book, and everyone who's ever hiked that mountain writes their name in the book. And I think actually the book, I've heard two different stories. The original book either got full and they had to replace it because there was no more pages to sign the book, or I heard the book actually got stolen, so they had to replace it. Either way, there's a relatively new book up there, but it still dates back to like 2004, I feel like. So that's a long time. I was still in high school then. So we wrote our names in the book. That was really cool. You feel so accomplished, you know, like seeing everyone who's ever hiked up there. There was a big crucifix at the top and like a little picnic bench. We had a little picnic, and that was really, really nice. And then we hiked down, or if you were me, you slid down because there was lots of snow on the very top. And it was very steep, like I said, so I was only wearing tennis shoes and I just slid and I kept sliding and I was all muddy and wet by the time I got to the end, but it was really, really fun. So I'm glad I got to do Book Mountain. So yeah, that's what we did on Saturday. And then again, I kind of stayed in my room. I was tired, really, really tired, but I did get to talk to my mom and, you know, just chill out, and that was nice. So yes, then the next day, unfortunately, one of the major benefactors to the Austrian program, Michael Deloreal, I think his name is. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyways, he passed away last afternoon, and he happened to be a very close friend of my professor, Dr. Ashe, and his wife. So the Ashes have 6 children, and Craig and I were actually walking to the Husevich house, and on our way we saw the 6 Ashe children playing baseball out in the intramural fields about 5 minutes away from campus. So we decided to go there, and it was chilly, and then all the children were so happy to see us that they invited us in, and Mrs. Ashe was just getting dinner started, and she asked if Craig and I, and then Anna Tang was there, if we'd like to all stay and babysit while she could go back to the hospital and be with her husband and their friend, and unfortunately his widow now. And so we were more than happy to stay. We had tacos, we watched The Incredibles, all the kids were so sweet, we told jokes, we all sat at the table and had dinner together. And they were just so incredibly sweet. They were like, "Can you stay? Can't you just be our sister forever?" And I said, "I can be your sister for like 3 more months." So that has to be hard, you know, having college students, you know, it seems like they get close to the students, so it must be hard for them to see all the students leave, but all the time, you know, but it's really good. It's such a blessing for us. You know, I miss my siblings and brothers and sisters, and being there, it's definitely like that. I had, like, little Jojo, I had him, like, on my forearm, and then I had his sister next to me, and then I had one of his other sisters on my lap, and then I had his other brother on my other side. So all these kids were all piled, like, on and around me, and were watching The Incredibles, and it was really cute. Let me see if I can remember all their names. There's Kati, she's the baby, she's 1 year old. There's Kika, she is 6 years old. Her name is Francesca, but she likes to go by Kika. And there is, let's see, now I'm not going to get them all in order probably. Jojo, yeah, that's right, Jojo is 4 years old. He comes before Kika. So Kati, Jojo, Kika, I think then it's Johnny, who I think is almost 9, and then Dante, who is almost 11, and finally we have Bella, who is 14, I'm pretty sure. So there you go, there's the 6 kids, and they are just a dream. I mean, they're rowdy, and of course there's 6 of them, so it's like, but it was great. It felt just like being at home, and they were just a blast, so I felt really blessed to be able to do that. And then finally, all my roommates came back. That was good. We exchanged stories. And yeah, so it was actually a really good weekend. I loved getting to know the families, and it actually warmed up. Almost all the snow was melted. I hear it's making a comeback, which is good because I have a ski trip coming up this weekend. But it was nice to just kind of be able to not go outside with the coat on and to wear shoes instead of boots. And yeah, so it was really good, really blessed weekend. I also got to make it to Adoration, and then the LCI students, which stands for Language and Catechetics Institute. They come from all over the country, and the one language they all have in common is English, because we have people from China, we have people from Slovakia, we have people just from all over who want to learn English and also learn catechetics while they're here. So they had like a Chinese New Year dinner with all the Chinese students, made traditional Chinese dishes, and it was delicious. So got to do that as well, and I just got to hang out with a lot of people and do a lot of things that I wouldn't normally get to do otherwise. So that it was just really good, really blessed. I was happy I stayed. Yes, got to go to Adoration and Mass and here in the Kartauza, and it's a really beautiful thing. So that was my weekend. Next weekend, be sure to watch a video because I will be going to Prague, and I will also be taking a ski trip in the Alps. Dream come true. So definitely stay posted next week for that. I'm sure I will have pictures and videos. So until next time, have a very blessed week. Bye.